Let me just promote this out there so everybody can see that we are live, that we're booming, the ball is rolling. So let me just put this out here. Let me just send this out so people can see that we are up and running, that we are booming, and that we are let's get this out there. Let's get this out there. Let's get this out there. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We got a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. Oh shit. Ah. Damn. Oh. You know what they're saying in Japanese culture apparently? If you sneeze, someone's talking shit about you or someone's talking about you. I don't know if that's true, but that's what they say. That is what they say. Okay. Let's get it. Okay. Welcome to Undisputed, or should I say Forever Undisputed HQ. And today's topic, we are going to be basically just centering around Liverpool striker search. We're going to talk about multiple different things, cover a lot of different topics when it comes to Liverpool striker search. And I'll tell you the ideal team based on what we have signed, and I'll implement a striker and how I'll see them fitting in to the system if we were to sign set players. But yeah, man, how's everybody doing? If you guys went to the parade, how was the parade? Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. It really means a lot. It helps us get out there in the algorithm. And yeah, link to my skip page, which I post comedy content, which I post my series, Jujutsu Kaisen, The Blick Incident, and obviously the other series that I will be planning on posting. So if you like comedy, if you like action, if you like all of that stuff, that other channel is in the description. After the stream, go check it out, go subscribe and whatnot. We got a lot to talk about today. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. And I'm really curious to see what you guys' thoughts and opinions are going to be when it comes to the search for... Whoa, 1 second. I need to see if this is doing well. Okay. When it comes to the search of a striker. So, without further ado, let's go on with this. Obviously, we got one person in the stream. Is what it is, but we keep the ball rolling. Do I have this? Okay, that's good. Okay, so, striker. Obviously, we got the pending arrivals of, I was going to say Manuel Frimpong, of Jeremy Frimpong, Kirkes, and Florian Wirtz. Obviously, we know the Florian Wirtz deal is practically, okay, not should I say, the Jeremy Frimpong deal is practically done. The Kirkes deal and the Wirtz deal, I would say they're around the same level at this current moment in time, but they're very advanced at this stage. And a lot of people are saying, will we play Wirtz false 9? Will we play Wirtz in the 10? Where is Wirtz's role? One thing I do know is Wirtz is a starter. That's one thing we can say. When you spend 100+ million, Wirtz is going to be a key figure to the team. And obviously to beat Bayern, we kind of outlined the plan for his future and the plan of how we see him operating in this team. Let me show you my ideal lineup. Obviously, you guys can see in the thumbnail. Again, like the video. Like the video. This helps me out a lot. I need you guys to like the video. I need you guys to share this out there. We need to get more people in this stream. We need to get this stream popping. We need to get a conversation going. So if you're here in the chat, I'm going to need you to type in the chat. I'm going to need you to put your inputs in terms of this discussion, because this is a discussion. We're talking about this together. We are discussing the future of Liverpool Football Club in terms of who will lead the line. And the best place to start off with is the guy on the front now, and that is Julian Alvarez. So here's the lineup I got so far for Liverpool. obviously, oh shit, let me move this. Okay, let's put this here. Okay, we see this here. Obviously, you got Alisson Becker in goal, Frimpong right back, centre back Van Dijk and Konate, left back Kirkes, the double pivot of Gravenberch and McAllister, which we're gonna talk about that because if we're signing Kirkes and Frimpong, I do believe that we will need a DM that can cover a lot of ground because let me switch this over. Let me swap this over because obviously Konate and okay, obviously if this guy bombs forward, as you guys can see, if he bombs forward and he takes up this position here, and Salah goes more tucked in and whatnot, what's gonna happen is Konate's gonna be dragged out wide, and then Gravenberch's gonna have to sweep up. Has Gravenberch's reading of the game advanced to that level where he can cover Frimpong to that extent? We just gotta wait and see. But there's gonna be a lot of work. Yo, what's good? Alvarez to help Wirtz. Yes, that's the plan. That's what I would love to see. But point being is this. So we got Frimpong and Kirkes. If we have Frimpong and Kirkes who are very attacking, that love to bomb forward, that love to control the width, we are gonna need a DM. And when I mean DM, based on what we've seen Slot like to play, we are gonna need a João Neves type of DM. Someone that's really good on the ball, that's really good at retaining possession, that's really good at recycling, but he can also get stuck and can also dive in deep. Obviously, a lot of people can say that Gravenberch can do that, but me personally, I would get cover anyway, because let's say Gravenberch is tired and you need to rest him. What's going to end up happening is you are going to need to have someone that can step in and fill in that role. At the moment, what could happen if we sign Wirtz is this guy could end up playing there. This guy, let's change the person. This guy, how do I remove this? Okay, let's change the person. Okay, nope, that's not how you do it. Okay, let me figure this out. Okay. How do I didn't know I can slide these. I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time I'm using this. How do I change? Does anybody know how to change this shit? Fuck. Okay. Let's go here. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Let's go here. Okay, remove. Okay. Let's go. This guy could end up playing. Wait. Okay, let's go. Man, that guy's name. Okay, Soboslai could end up being in the top. Okay, who would Liverpool sign a Diaz league? Okay, we're gonna get onto that. Right now, the major focus is this guy right here. So, if you sign Florian Wirtz, what that opens up the door is to move Soboslai further back. And obviously, with Soboslai's energy and his work rate, he could technically cover a lot of ground and he can technically win the ball back. And I think he has the potential for very high defensive numbers if you put him in that position to operate there. Obviously, we saw in the Brighton game where he was able to dictate play from deep. We saw those diagonal passes, which you wouldn't see in the final third. We saw him spraying those passes, and we saw him seem to be more comfortable in that position. Anyway, guys, if you guys are here as well, I'm seeing more people joining. Like the video, subscribe to this channel if you are new, and let's get discussing. We are going to talk about Diaz in a minute, Liam. But right now, we are focused on the fact that we're on the brink of signing Frimpong and Kirkes. And obviously, if you sign Frimpong and Kirkes in the system I laid out, we're going to need someone to cover Frimpong's area once he bombs forward. Because obviously, if Frimpong bombs forward, one of the midfielders have to drop back and cover that space. And I feel like Soboslai in a double pivot could do that. But if you want to go another route, we could also sign Adam Wharton. I feel like Adam Wharton is a guy that could end up at Liverpool. Not sure if it's this summer, because I feel like the major priority would be, obviously we're spending a big sum of money on Wirtz, would be to get another centre back. I don't know who that centre back is, but another centre back is needed, and that's the route that I would go. Personally, that's the route that I would go personally, and from there on forward, we could operate like that. But like I said, having Verts has allowed Szoboszlai to play a deeper role. I've always said this. I've said this off stream, on stream. Szoboszlai, in actuality, if you look at his attributes, if you look at his work rate, if you look at the yards he covers, he is a poor man's Fede Valverde. Guy with a lot of energy, good shot, decent passing, not the best dribbler, works hard, can play in multiple different positions because of his great physical attributes in terms of covering ground. He's a Fede Valverde type of guy. And maybe if you play him in a deeper role, maybe if he gets the ball at the edge of the box, you may see moments where he may let fly and may strike the ball more. Because Szoboszlai, the number 10, for whatever reason, the guy is like you know them old fashioned guns where you put water in it and it's just blanks, like nothing is there's no fire coming out, there's no bullets coming out, there's nothing. And that's what Szoboszlai is in the number 10 position. He can't play on the half turn, he can't play in tight spaces, but if you put him in a deeper role, maybe you might see him be more comfortable because he can play the way he faces. He can see a clearer view. Maybe that would work for a Dominic Szoboszlai, in my opinion. But moving forward, let's go to here. Obviously, Salah's going to do his thing. We don't really need to address Salah. Maybe in this system, Salah will be probably more here. And Diaz will probably be more here. And then you see it like this. And then obviously you see Frimpong occupy. I need to share my screen. Hold up 1 minute. I'm just explaining shit. You guys can't see it. Okay. And you see Frimpong bombing down here. And then obviously you may see Kirkes bombing down here. Here's the issue, which I may have, is who's going to lead the 9? Who's going to lead the front line? And me personally, the ideal option would be Alvarez because his ability to link up play and his ability to be more fluid. And I know a lot of people are saying Alvarez ain't really a striker. To me, he's a striker. Don't let Man City fool you. The reason why Alvarez was not playing up front is because of Haaland. Haaland isn't as flexible in terms of different positions he can play, but Alvarez is. And because Alvarez is flexible and he can do a job on the 10, do a job on the left, do a job on the right, that's why he has suffered of not playing the 9. Because as a player myself, I've suffered that, where because I have certain attributes, I can run fast, I got good dribbling, I can shoot, I can my passing is decent, I can do a lot of, and I got a lot of energy. I sometimes get shoved out wide to help facilitate the guy that doesn't have tactical flexibility, and that's why Alvarez has played in other positions. But if you look at Alvarez is a number 9. I'm telling you right now, man, if you get a player like Jermaine Defoe with his pace, or Darren Bent with his pace, I'm telling you right now, in with the way football played right now, I wouldn't be surprised if you see some games where Darren Bent will be playing on the left, some games where Jermaine Defoe will be playing on the right, all of that type of stuff, because of their stature and because they got attributes that coach may think that maybe I can shift him out wide. Maybe this guy can do a job elsewhere. Sometimes that happens in football. A lot of the time, you are a victim for having multiple different skill sets and abilities. And Alvarez, to me, is the most tactically fluid for the 9 position. And I reckon he can get you 20 plus goals. And his shot selection is really good. He doesn't waste shots. Yes, I'm really hoping that we can buy Alvarez. Give me 1 second. I'm getting a quick phone call. 1 second. Just give me 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back now. So what I was saying was, Alvarez is a dream target that I think we won't get, because obviously he just got there. He's been there for like He's been there for like a year. He seems to be happy, and I've seen clips of him giving props to Romero. And what's good, Mike? I've seen him giving props to Romero to join, and how great, how similar the Spanish culture is to the Argentinian culture. So he sounds like a guy that's off the table. The ideal scenario of a guy that I do think we'll get, if you see right here, Alvarez is the perfect world scenario, because obviously I've been high on Alvarez before he went to Man City. I wanted him at Liverpool, but it is what it is. I've always been high on Alvarez, and like I said, he's been a victim of being good at multiple different things. When you're a player that has multiple different skill sets, that's what happens. The guy I think we will end up with is, okay, let me look at it now. Hold on. Let me just make sure. Okay, 1 second. But, okay. The guy I think we may end up with, or we probably put our name in a hat for, because right now I think Liverpool are working on multiple deals. Obviously, we've seen the Florian Wirtz deal, and that's the ideal scenario in a lot of cases. Okay, let's see. Nope, I'm spelling his name wrong. Let me make sure I got his name right. Okay. What the hell? Is he not on here? Okay. Let's go Hugo. Okay, there he is. I didn't put the accent, that's why. Okay. This guy is the guy. Yo, what's good, Mike? This guy is the guy I think that we end up with. I think we will end up with Ekatike or a Benjamin Sesko. I don't see us going for Gyökeres. I don't see us going for Liam Delap. If Liverpool were going to go for Liam Delap, Liverpool would already be there right now. Like, we know how Liverpool is. 40 million release clause. We would be all over that right now. I think it's either going to be Ekatike or Benjamin Sesko. The ideal scenario would be at Alvarez, but the only way Liverpool can get at Alvarez is if Alvarez pushing to move, but which is not going to happen. We know that's not going to happen. But I see a lot of people saying this could happen. This is the scenario I do not want to happen. Let's just take Wirtz out for a second. You guys know where I'm going with this already. This is the scenario I do not want to see happen. But you guys know where we are going with this. Boom. And then we go back to... Okay, let's see this. We go back to this. This is the scenario I've seen people in the chat that I don't want to see happening. But here's the thing. I want to ask you guys a question. Do you think Florian Wirtz could do a job as the 9? Okay. Well, let me see what Mike is saying. The other Mike. All right, hold up 1 minute. Okay. Because for some reason my dashboard, I can't see it as clear as I would like to do, and I probably need to, let me see this. Okay, so here's the thing. Do you guys think he can play the 9? Do you guys think Florian Wirtz can play the 9? Me personally, I don't want to see him play the 9. I want to see him play in his best position. I don't want to see him play the 9. Probably not, but he might get hurt. Probably good. Where I want to see Florian Wirtz play is the number 10, and then us actually sign a 9. If, let's say we entertain a scenario where Florian Wirtz plays the 9, the ideal scenario would be for Florian Wirtz to the ideal scenario would be is if you think Florian Wirtz can get a good amount of goals. If Florian Wirtz can't get a good amount of goals, then Diaz and Gakpo's output has to be more. That's the problem. Liverpool need to realize that we do not have Mane no more. We do not have someone that can match Salah in output. So if we're going to get a false 9, we need to get another high-scoring guy that can score amount of outputs. Because what's going to happen is a lot of teams are going to double up on Salah and try and make us, and try and go for the tactic of beat us with everybody else. beat us with everybody else. I'm seeing 12 people in the stream, guys. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Let's get this ball rolling. Obviously, I got a comedy skit channel in the description. So if you guys like comedy skits, original shorts, all of that stuff is in the description. Okay, so yeah, let me ask Mike's question. Okay, Mike said, "Yo, Wale, that's very attacking. Don't you think?" I spoke about that before you joined, Mike. I actually spoke about that. The thing about it is, yeah, let me get this back up. Let me get this back up. Okay. The thing about this is, yeah, I put Soberslide here because I said this. Okay, let me change this up. I'm gonna put Gravenberch because here's what my original lineup was. Okay, let me show you, Mike, what my... Why is it not doing this? The fuck? Hold up 1 minute. I got 2 Soberslides. Okay, let me remove this. Let's go. What? Let's go. Let's say for argument's sake, let's go. Let's go Ekatike. Let's go Ekatike. Just to have a name there. So the original lineup I had, Mike, was I had Gravenberch there. The point I was trying to make, Mike, was if Liverpool sign Florian Wirtz, it gives us an option to play Soboslai in a deeper role. I've always viewed Soboslai as a poor man's Freddy Valverde. A lot of their attributes are similar. They can shoot the ball. They've got decent passing range. They work hard. They can play multiple different positions. They can do a job in a lot of different positions. And I said, because Soboslai can do a job in multiple different positions, if you sign a Florian Wirtz, what that does is you give the option of playing Soboslai deeper and not being forced to play Soboslai in the number 10. And if you play Soboslai deeper, as we saw against Brighton, Soboslai's long passing range, his diags that he can do, starts to flow because he's in positions where he can make those type of passes. Can Soboslai do line splitting passes? Maybe in a deeper position, you may see him feel more comfortable. A lot of the time, football is about being comfortable in the role that you're given. When you don't feel comfortable back to goal on the half term, you're going to look like you can't play football. Football's really about a lot of comfortability. And since Soboslai hasn't had that comfortability, and when I saw him playing a deeper position, he looked a lot more comfortable, it pushes towards my theory that Soboslai benefits of playing in a similar role to how Fede Valverde plays. If you want him to do a job, I wouldn't want him to play here. I'm just saying. If you wanted to do a job at right back, he probably could do a job at right back. If you wanted him to do a job at right wing, he probably could do a job at right wing. If you wanted him to do a job at number 10, he probably could do a job at number 10. If you wanted him to do a job in a double pivot, he probably could do a job in a double pivot. And this is based on his attributes. Whether he has the IQ to execute this stuff, that's yet to be. We are yet to see that. But at the end of the day, what it boils down to is that Liverpool have that option now. Ideally, I would like us to sign an Adam Walton. Adam Walton, or a guy that has a similar profile to a João Neves from PSG. Someone that can get around, is also good on the ball, and all that type of stuff. If Liverpool are not going to get a striker, this man has to have a higher output. If this man ends up leaving, Luis Diaz, the guy I would like to play for us is, let me build up some suspense. Also, guys, like this stream up. I'm gonna refresh my other tab to see how many likes we got. So hopefully you guys are liking the video, because there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about. Okay, so my ideal guy would be, okay, let's see, this guy, Rodrigo. Isak is not coming. I didn't end because here's the thing. Yeah. I think Alvarez is the best fit, but I think Isak is someone that is a good option. But if the guy is not pushing to leave or he's not going to Newcastle saying, I want to join Liverpool, I want to leave, then there's no point because Newcastle are not gonna entertain any deals. I wouldn't even be surprised if Isak starts to entertain a new contract. But point being is this year, the ideal scenario, if we get a false nine, let's say we play Vert's false nine for argument's sake. Let's say, yeah, Isak is overpriced, but we're in the era of football where you're literally paying for the value of the player. So if a team values that player and that player's importance, that's what the market is nowadays. The market isn't what it is compared to other players. Like, for example, like the Brian Mbeumo is a £60 million player for Brentford. He got 20 goals. He's very key to the team, and that evaluation is a reflection of his importance. So, but if you got someone like a Rodrigo's going for 60 million. Are we both gonna sit here and act like Rodrigo and Brian Mbeumo are on the same level in terms of ability? No, but the difference is the level of importance. It's the level of importance that you bring to the team. And when you bring a certain level of importance, you are able to command a fee because you are taking a very important asset of my team. So since you are taking a very important asset of my team, I need you to what's the word? I need you to. Mbeumo would suit Liverpool. He would suit Liverpool, but the problem is, where would you play him? What would you play him? You want to get Mbeumo to play in the 9? Like, do you guys think Mbeumo can play the lone striker? Because I always said this. I always felt like Mbeumo and Jota type of guys, they benefit in a front two. But okay, let's dive into the Mbeumo argument. You know what? Let's dive into it. I'm going to be showing this a lot. So, imagine, I can't be bothered to change it right now. But imagine this is Brian Mbeumo. Imagine Ekatika is Brian Mbeumo. This could work if Mbeumo has these guys to play off. Because Mbeumo isn't going to be a guy back to go holding the person off. Mbeumo is a guy that loves to drift out here. He loves to drift out here. And he loves to dictate his game around here. The problem is he's going to have to stay here. So if he drifts out here, which he loves to operate, and then this guy's here, you guys seen the problem. Because like I said, I'm a striker myself. And there's different types of strikers. Some strikers like to be back to goal and operate centrally. And then you got some strikers that like to drift out wide. And the reason why some strikers like to drift out wide is, number one, the centre-back can't track your run. Because if the centre-back tracks your run, they're leaving space to, in this scenario, Florian Wirtz to go through. The reason why you want to play out wide is because there's more space to operate. Sometimes when you're playing in the middle, it's very congested. And you don't want to be in a situation where it's a wrestling match between you and the centre-back. Me, personally, I didn't like wrestling matches between me and the centre-back because 9 times out of 10, the centre-back is stronger than me. Now, 9 times out of 10, the centre-back is stronger than me because centre-back is 6'4", 6'5", brolic. Me, I'm a slim, I'm a slim muscular. Like, I mean, I'm talking about lean muscle. I'm a lean muscular 5'11", 6 foot guy. So since I'm a lean muscular 5'11", 6 foot guy with a very wiry frame, being back to goal is not something I want to do. I want to give myself space. I want to give myself some distance from me and the centre back. So when I drift out wide, that's me giving myself space. Obviously, the runs I make out wide, I'm going to bend my run inside. It gives me more space to operate. I love putting myself in isolation situation with the defender. When you are centrally back to goal, you cannot put yourself in isolation situation with the defender because there's too much stuff going on. The difficulty with low blocks and why they're so hard to break down, because the low blocks make everything compact. The way you get around low blocks is stretching the game. And if you don't have players to stretch the game, it's going to be very difficult. The thing about Brian Mbeumo is like you said, is going to struggle to break down low blocks because he's used to playing in transition. in transition plays, in counter-attacking plays. He's used to doing that. And then people got to keep in mind the reason why he has the assists that he does and the numbers that he does, because he, over the last couple of years, has been playing with an Ivan Toney, a Wisa, who's had a phenomenal season as well, which he's not on the market because of his age and him being 28 years old, but his season has been almost just as good as the Brian Mbeumo. So when you factor all of those stuff into account and you break it down like that, he would not be a guy Liverpool should sign, because if Liverpool going to sign him, he's going to have to play when Mohamed Salah's playing. And obviously, we saw the situation with Chiesa and Slot basically saying Chiesa ain't playing because his competition is Mohamed Salah. But back to the question that you mentioned earlier. So what you mentioned was, who would I sign to replace Diaz if Diaz would leave? Ideally, it would be Rodrigo. In a dream scenario, if I needed to fund Alvarez or fund the Isak, I'm going to take the biggest gamble that Liverpool could probably take. I'll let Diaz go, obviously let Nunes go if they wanted to leave. Obviously Nunes is going regardless. And I'll take a gamble in Gakpo being the main left winger, and I will make Chiesa the backup left winger. I will put faith in Chiesa. I'll say to Chiesa, bro, I need you. You are important to this team. You are very much needed. I need you to come to this season on fire, man. I need to see. No, I'm not even gonna demand you to show what you did in 2020. But I need you to show that you are not washed, that you still got something to offer. And just by saying those words, this guy's going to come into preseason firing. Me personally, when I got those words, when a coach told me that he needs me and he believes in me, I'm already working out. Everybody on holiday, I caught my holiday early. I'm already trying to get myself in shape, already trying to get myself right. And in preseason, I'm ready to fire on with the games and whatnot. And I try and do that every season. Like next season, I'm going to try and do the same thing as well. So for him, you sort of got to come at him from to ball out. Diaz is gone. That left wing. My audio fell out. How's the audio now? Did you guys hear any of the last stuff I said? If you like, tell me the last portion of what you heard, because the wire of my mic fell out, so I can repeat myself. Bottom line of what I said was, mic drop. Bottom line of what I'm trying to say is, if I was to sell Diaz, I would either go for Rodrigo, but if Isak or Alvarez is available, I will gamble on Chiesa. I will gamble on Chiesa up until January. I'll go to Chiesa and go, bro, I need you. I need you. I need you to ball out. I need you to show me that you are not washed, that you still got it. That left wing position, you can take it off Gakpo, but you got to show me that you want it. I'm going to give you opportunities. I'm going to give you chances to show that you are that guy, but I need you to show me something. That's what I would say to Chiesa. And obviously, if it don't work out in January, I'll sell him and I get another left winger. Because the left winger market is kind of decent, man. You got Jeremy Gittins. You got what's the other guy? Rodrigo, depending on what it is. Is Nunes an option out wide? Nunes is gone, bro. Nunes is gone. Like Mike, Nunes is actually gone. Like when I mean he's gone, like it's actually been confirmed by Ornstein and all these guys. Nunes is getting sold. Hey, willing to show me that he has something. That's where I'm at now. Thank you guys for the likes. We got 10 people. We got 12 likes, and we're almost getting closer to 300 subscribers. This is amazing. This is amazing, man. keep the likes running up. I know people are coming in and out of the stream. Make sure you guys keep liking the video. Obviously, I got my other skit channel, which is in the description. If you guys love comedy, if you guys love action series, all of these original storylines that I've created, check that out. All of that stuff. I got parodies and all that stuff. I do comedy as well. Main thing I be doing. And obviously this is fun because I love football and I love discussing and love talking about football. One thing I want to do is I want to do a season review later on down the line with my friend. May do it with different friends that like, let's say they support Chelsea. We do a season review on Chelsea. Let's say they support Man United. We do a season review on Man United. We keep that ball rolling so that everybody can get their club talked about. I don't want this to essentially be a Liverpool channel. I'm only talking about Liverpool because Liverpool have had me wanting to talk about a lot of things right now. Because it seems to be exciting times. Obviously, I got to wait to see if the Wirtz deal goes through, because I'm not going to lie, everything sounds too good to be true. Because like I've said in the past, Liverpool haven't signed someone this big since Fernando Torres. I know Liverpool fans in the comments have said Van Dijk. No one spoke about Van Dijk the same way when we signed him, the same way they're speaking about Wirtz. No one spoke about Alisson in that way, the same way we're speaking about Wirtz. This is a whole different ball game, and even the fees and the numbers, it just doesn't seem real, if I'm being honest. But overall, though, at the end of the day, what it really boils down to for me is that we just got to keep going, man. And I really want to talk about Man United at some point. I really want to talk about Man United. No hating, no agendas. I want to talk about them some point down the line because they are making some interesting moves. Ruben Amorim's statements are very interesting. I'm not going to talk about it now. But if you guys want to hear me talk about Man United, I see 13 people in the stream. Like up the video and we'll talk about some other stream and we can address all that stuff. But right now, it's about Liverpool's attack. And is there any other names that you guys reckon would fit the attacking lineup for Liverpool? Let me know down in the comment section below. Run up the likes, run up the likes, run up the likes. Okay. So, yeah, Mike. United talk. Yeah, I actually know quite a few people that support Man United on terms of content creators. So maybe I can get them on board and see what we can do with that. And see if I can like reach out to certain people so we can discuss that, man. Mike, I know you're a Man United fan, so you won't be left in the dust. Yo, bro, I just subbed to your YouTube. To you, I do YouTube as well. Okay, that's cool. Maybe we can collaborate. DM me on Twitter. Link to that is in the description below. We can probably do that. Could LFC afford Gyökeres? Okay, let's talk about Gyökeres. That's a good segue. Polo, that's a good segue. Okay, so Gyökeres. So obviously the evaluations I'm seeing for Gyökeres has gone down. Gyökeres was originally valued at £100 million. I'm seeing now 65 million euros or 60 million euros. Maybe that is due to the fact that Sporting have had a verbal agreement with Gyökeres' camp. Here's the thing: I have not seen that many goals from Gyökeres that isn't a transitional goal. Gyökeres don't really look that technically, 58 around there. Gyökeres don't really look that technically sound to me. He does the basic things well, but he don't feel like a guy that Slot would want to go for, because if he was, I reckon Liverpool moving fast. One player I would say that would be a sleeper move if we're gonna go for Gyökeres, that has elite movement, isn't the best finisher. I would say he would need 5 chances or 6 chances to score one, and that is Victor Osimhen. Me personally, if you guys know me, you guys know how I feel about Osimhen. I feel like Osimhen is pretty overrated. I don't think he's a bad player. I don't think he's terrible. I think he is a guy that needs a lot of chances to score. And me personally, I don't know how I feel about that. I saw him flop at AFCON multiple times. I saw him choke in qualifiers for the World Cup for Nigeria, where Nigeria needed him. He was nowhere to be seen. And before people are going to say Nigeria team is not that good, the guys had multiple chances, multiple opportunities. He was leading the most big chances missed in AFCON. Nigeria had the most big chances missed in AFCON, and he was the person that missed the most big chances. But if you're looking at raw ability in terms of good finishing, high volume chance guy, he gets a lot of chances. He's a chance magnet, just like a Darwin Núñez, but he misses a lot. He had a good season in Turkey, and obviously not last season, the season before, he had a good season where he led Napoli to just Scudetto. So he's had 2 standout seasons in his whole entire career. But how would you guys feel about Victor Osimhen? And who would you prefer, Victor Osimhen or Gyökeres? In fact, if you're a neutral fan in the chat, who would you think is better? Who would you think is a better fit for Liverpool? Victor Gyökeres or Osimhen? I'm not going to lie to you. With how Man United want to play, I think Osimhen is a better fit for Man United than he is for Liverpool. I think if you put creative, how much Osimhen is around the same price. Osimhen's around the 50 to 60, but Napoli, you got to keep in mind, Napoli want Núñez. So you can probably do a swap deal or probably get those deals done like that. But yeah, he's around the same. Maybe less because they want to sell him. But yeah, I will say this. I feel like he would fit a Man United. If Man United keep Bruno, and obviously you got the creativity of Acuna, I feel like Osimhen fits Man United the best out of all the other teams, especially with their wing backs and how they want to bomb forward. Mike, you're a Man United fan in the chat. How would you feel about a Victor Osimhen? How would you feel about that? But yeah, I'm going to find a Man United fan and we're going to discuss about their team. That's interesting. That's interesting because, okay, I'm actually curious. Who do you guys think is better? I bet Osimhen is, no, he's not. I'm telling you right now. As a Nigerian person, I'm telling you, he's probably a Chelsea fan. Yeah, okay, he's probably okay because you got to factor Osimhen's age. There's only 3 teams that Osimhen will support as a Nigerian: Chelsea, Man United, and Arsenal. Those are the 3 teams that Nigerians typically support. If I'm being real with you, those are the typical, especially his age group. His age group where he saw the dominance on Ferg, yeah, definitely a United or Chelsea fan. Consider his age, definitely United or Chelsea fan. Okay, let's see. I'm desperate for goals, so I'd highly take anything at this point. Yeah, I feel that. Like I said, it really depends on who fits your system. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you guys could get a good left winger, I would run Cunha false 9. If you guys can get a good left winger, I would run Cunha false 9. Ideally, if it was my ideal scenario, I would have wanted Liverpool to sign Kvaratskhelia, get Florian Wirtz still, and then obviously get I wouldn't even care if we had Kvaratskhelia or I wouldn't even care if we had Florian Wirtz false 9. If I'm being honest with you, reason being is because if you have a Florian Wirtz, oh shit, let me change my battery. If you have a Florian Wirtz, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you got a Kvaratskhelia, because now you got a good amount of people that are scoring a lot. But let's go here. Okay, let's see what has been said. Okay, I feel we are addressing our problems with players we are linked with at the moment. For example, Cunha, Delap, and Buemo adds a lot of goals. Yes. Okay. Let me say this, Mike. This is gonna be the only part I talk about Man United, but I'm gonna say this: if you sign Buemo, you can run the false 9. Because here's what you would do: you would play Buemo on the right of your attack, and then play Cunha on the left, or if you wanted to, you play Cunha down the middle, and then you get a Actually, wait, no. Here's what you do: you sign Mbeumo, you play Delap down the middle, and then you play Cunha on the left, and then behind them you would play a Bruno Fernandes. But like I said, it depends, man. If I'm Man United, I might even consider letting Bruno go and try and decrease the age younger and completely overhaul the culture. Get like a Javi Simons or someone like that, he would probably be interested in going to Man United. He would probably see that as a big upgrade. But if Man United really want to get rid of the culture, they're going to have to strip the team down. But at the end of the day, I'm a Liverpool fan, so I don't give a fuck what Man United do. At the end of the day, I hope they suffer. I hope they remain shit. I hope they are garbage for the whole of eternity. Them losing to Tottenham put ice in my fucking veins, bro. It was amazing. Well, like I said, that's the tribalism in me. But overall, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is, man. It's all fun and games. Yes, 12 people, 15 likes. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sight to see. Like, honestly, man, I don't know what's happened with the stream, because when I was streaming before, we weren't pulling this many people in. I ain't gonna lie, we weren't pulling this many people. Maybe it's because of the TikTok I've been doing. Let me see how we're doing on TikTok and see how many people have seen the TikTok promo of the live. Let me see how many people have seen it now. Okay. Not that many. It's not really enough for like me to like think that we're attracting so many people here. But yeah, Mike, this is what Faz is missing. Like I said, we're doing a season review with Faz soon. I don't know if Faz is free tomorrow. I'll go live tomorrow just to talk about Chelsea. I'll go live tomorrow just to talk about Chelsea as well. Do a season review with him and see if it was a successful season. I'll go live tomorrow just to talk about Chelsea. If you get the chance, Mike, message Faz in the chat and ask him. Message Faz in the chat and ask him, because I'll go live tomorrow just to talk about Chelsea with him. Because I'm not gonna lie, my rota came out for work, and I'm free to do a lot of things. Oh yeah, like I said, man, he is I'm not gonna lie, if Chelsea fell in the final, I don't think we're seeing him anytime soon. I don't think we're seeing him anytime soon in Chelsea. Another like, man. Yes, this is beautiful. We almost got 20 likes. This is more than the previous stream. I'm going to keep these Liverpool striker search comments going. And then obviously during the weekends, we're going to do the breakdowns. I might do videos. I want to keep doing the shorts as well. Just keep it going. And obviously, hopefully we can get guests. I'm still trying to figure out the best settings for Streamlabs. I know a lot of people use StreamYard. I use Streamlabs. So I'm trying to figure out the best settings and the best stuff to maximize the viewership and just give overall quality content. Because like I said, the whole vibe of this is just casual, relaxed football talk and just good vibes. But yeah, man, anything else you guys want to talk about? Striker search, attacking midfielder search. Yeah, let me pull this up one more time. So this is how I expect Liverpool to look next season. Okay, this guy, we're gonna have to remove him for a second because I don't think we are gonna sign him. I think Lucho is still going to occupy. Oh shit! I think Lucho is still going to occupy the wing position because I don't think Lucho's going. If he does go, that's when I'll see us going for a winger. But I do expect the sales of Elliott, the sales of I do know Jota and Darwin are players that are available. But yeah, this is the lineup I expect. I want you guys to tell me, how do you feel about this lineup? How do you feel about this lineup? How do you guys feel about this lineup? Me, Gravenberch and Konate. If I'm dead, I'm getting on that treadmill and I'm practicing my cardio because I'm going to be running a lot. But yeah, so far, let me ask you guys a question. If we were to get Frimpong, which apparently is done, they just haven't officially announced it, Kirkes, and Florian Wirtz, so far, how do you rate that window? And all the neutral fans in the chat, how would you rate that window from a neutral fan's perspective? Do you guys feel like, damn, that's a solid window, or we need a little bit more? How would you guys rate that window? Let me know. How would you rate that window? 16 people are now here. 5 more people have entered. Make sure you like the video, man. I don't care if you're here briefly. I don't care if you're here for a long time. It would be lovely that you're here for a long time. But like the video. Subscribe. Also check out the It's Dr. Blick channel in the description if you love comedy, if you love action films and parodies, if you love to laugh. Check that out as well. We got to promote. We got to make sure that you guys are running out the like button so that we can get a good amount of people watching this, and so that we can get a good amount of people enjoying this content. At the end of the day, I'm still starting to get used to it. I'm still trying to get used to everything and trying to get everybody to understand that I'm going to try and be as consistent as possible with these streams. But yeah, for me personally, if we sign Frimpong, Kirkes, Florian Wirtz, that is a 7 to 8 out of 10 window. To make it a 10 out of 10 window, another centre back on top of that, a midfielder, so centre back, probably a Hato, guy that can play multiple different positions. I'm not really too sure on what centre backs I want, because I need to think about it a bit more. If not a Hato, let's say a Hato, a guy that can play fullback and centre back, we already got Gravenberch. What's the guy I'm looking at? What's the guy? Adam Walton, and a striker with Ekatike, which that's the guy I'm leaning towards. That's the guy I would want, based on who we could get. If we could get Isak or Alvarez, that's a 10 out of 10 window, and we're going back to back. If we get all those players I named, we're going back to back. We're going back to back. If we get all those players I'm named, we are going back to back. I have no doubt in that. I believe we are going back to back if we get all those players I named. Like that's my belief, and that's what I believe happened. Right now, what we got, or who the players we're talking to so far, I think we could go back to back, but it'll be a tough back to back. But with the players I named, we can go back to back and win the Champions League. With what we got, it will be a competitive back to back, depending on how much Man City improve. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Next season, I'm very excited for next season. One thing I can say about transfers is transfers make you excited for the following season. When you're seeing meaty business, you're kind of worried because you don't know what to expect. But when you see your team come out with a statement of intent, a statement of wanting to sign the best players and the best talent out there, it makes you excited for the season. Because for the last couple of years, we've been getting dunked on in the window by Chelsea. Chelsea coming for a player, the player picks Chelsea. We going for a player, the player decides to go, you know what, I'm comfortable right here, and then leaves to a different team. We've been getting dunked on in the window, so seeing victory, seeing dubs, seeing us come out with a statement of intent is a refreshing feeling, and it's a relaxing feeling. We are Premier League champions. We are champions of England. Once again, I love saying that. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I love saying that we are champions of England. I'm just sitting there just like, woo! you get what I mean? I'm getting gassed. I just saying that, man. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, Mike, man. When you guys were signing all these big players, when you signed your who's a player that you guys signed that was hype? Who's a player that you, like Mike? If you're still here as a Man United fan, when you signed the player, is this what, like, if we win multiple Premier Leagues after this, and we signing all these hype players, is this what it was like for you at school as a Man United fan? Is this what it was like? Like, because I'm not gonna lie. If this was like for as a Man United fan, we were signing these players, winning league titles, and having a successful period, and now you're out where you are, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be depressed, man. I'll be in the gutter, man. I'll be in shambles, man, because that shit sounds terrible, man. You used to gourmet meals, go getting anything you want, and now you're struggling to get freaking you're getting freaking food that's been mashed up on the floor and all that stuff. It's terrible. Yes, that's my point, Mike. When you guys were signing all these hype players and all of this stuff, yeah. Is this what you were feeling like when you signed your Roonies? When you got your Nannies, your Tevezes, your Van Persies, like is this what it was like when you were just taking players and just winning league titles? You drop one and you go, no worry, we get the next one. We don't worry, we get the next one. Or the Argentinian guy, Sebastian, was it Veron, the bald dude, who was ahead of his time, who was an absolute baller. Like I'm not gonna lie, man. I feel for you. Like, honestly, like, I'm not even trying to troll. I actually feel for you, because when you're signing all these hype players and you're winning, obviously I can't really say we're winning, but if we sign these players and then we go on to win, and then like, I'm in dreamland. Like, when I'm seeing, as a Man United fan, when you're seeing you were in dreamland and now you're suffering, that's tough. Because growing up as a Liverpool fan, it was suffering. We only knew suffering. We only knew suffering. If that's all you know, then you kind of get used to it. But when you knew success and now you're suffering, it's hard to get used to, because you know what your club was at the clutches of things. You know what you truly are at deep down. But 18 people in this live stream like the video. We got 16 likes at the moment. Let's run it up. We got 18 likes now. I'm loving this. 18 people in the stream, 18 likes. If you're in the stream and you're new, subscribe. We are 1 subscriber away from 280. And like I said, if you guys like comedy content, if you guys like having a laugh and love action stuff, please check out the channel. It's Dr. Blick. Got all that comedy stuff. All of that stuff is in the description. Go check it out. We are halfway to 600 on that channel, and episode 3 of Jujutsu Kaisen the Blick incident is on its way. So yeah, make sure you guys go check that out. Link to that in the description below. Like, we out here grinding. We grafting and grinding. Yes, thank you, Mike. Mike posted it in the chat. Go click on that link, share, like it up, man. It means a lot, man. Honestly, it means a lot, man. Honestly, man. But yeah, like it up, man. We got a big project coming out next month. Jujutsu Kaisen, the Blick Incident, episode 3, the season finale, and then I got a big series which is gonna be what Spider-Man is to Stan Lee that we're working on, man. We got a nice team together. So yeah, like I said, run up the likes. But yeah, it's just good vibes right now. Good vibes. I'm gonna stream for another 2 more minutes, make this an hour long, and then I'm gonna relax. Probably gonna watch some One Piece. I don't know, man. It's good vibes right now. Right now, today, we haven't got any confirmation on any news as far as concerning what's his name, Florian Wirtz. I do know Frimpong has landed in London, or in England, to or should I say in Liverpool, wherever he's landed somewhere. But yeah, to complete to finalize his move. Some people are saying that the reason why they haven't done everything yet is because they want to announce his signing with Florian Wirtz together, because apparently they're really close friends. So it's going to be interesting to see. A bunch of these people that are trying to be first are saying that Liverpool and Leverkusen agree a fee for Florian Wirtz as the player. Let me just show you what I'm seeing, man. Because sometimes everybody's at ITK. Everybody wants to be first to news. Let me just show you what I'm seeing. So basically, I don't know who the hell this guy is, but let's read what he says. Liverpool and Leverkusen agree a fee for Florian Wirtz as player is now awaiting medical. The attacker is set to be the most expensive German in history. He will sign a contract till 2030. So that is basically a 5-year deal. That's basically. So his contract will be close to an end when he's about 27 years old, because he's 23 years old right now. Okay, so see, no, nothing there. Okay, still nothing. All of these people saying breaking news. Look at these pages with 36 followers. Everyone view farming. Nothing. People look. I got a question. When you look at these stuff, yeah, what makes you think this has any correlation? Like, no disrespect to this guy, man. Like, when you do this, like, do you not have a life? You're out here looking at flight tickets, trying to make sure if someone's actually like, come on, man. German first part of the medical. Okay, I don't know. We need to wait for confirmation, because now everybody's just trying to be first. Now everybody's just trying to be first. Everybody's just trying to be first. It's better to be correct than try and be first. Obviously, as you guys can see, freaking certainly not the word signing. Of course it isn't. Like I said, everybody's trying to be first. We're just like I said, what the hell? We are back. People are wild, man. Okay. So right now we just wait. That's really what it is. We just wait. This guy knows the ball. Man United fan here. This guy knows the ball. His breakdowns are one of the best. Like, he actually analyzes it pretty well to the T. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that. But yeah, guys, we got 21 people in the stream. Like the video. Where did you guys come from? I was talking about wrapping this up. I was talking about ending the stream, and then these guys pop up. I'll stream for a little bit longer, but I need more likes. I'll stream for a little bit longer. I see 21 people here, but I need more likes. And I'm going to see if I can do another stream tomorrow with my friend, and we're going to discuss about other teams. We're going to talk about the build-up to the final for Chelsea, and we're going to discuss about more teams. Well, you know what? Let me message him now. Mike is going to see the group chat. Let me message him now. You around? Wait. Let me see something. When is that final? When is that Chelsea game? I need to double check that. When is that Chelsea game? Let me check now. It's tomorrow. Guys, we're going live at 10 p.m. Guys, you heard it here first. We are going live at 10 p.m. to talk about Chelsea, Real Betis. I finish work at 5 tomorrow. I'll be back on time, and we are going live to talk about Chelsea, Real Betis. I'm going to make a short on that. We are going live. We're going to talk about this game. I'm looking forward to this. But anyway, guys, if you guys are new to the stream, make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. We are going to be streaming every single week at least. I can give you guys an hour or two of my day. I can prepare, plan, all that stuff. I don't mind doing that. Obviously, some days I may be tired, but I will try and implement that in. Obviously, this is a busy time period, especially with planning the Blick incident and all these other stuff that I got going on. But this is how it goes, man. Like I said, this is how it goes. Got all the stuff planned, so yeah, obviously got to get myself back in the gym, back training, get myself in shape for the new season when it comes around. And yeah, man, I want to know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. And yeah, let me just wrap up this stream here. And if you guys are just joining, enjoy the playback, because it's not going to be that long when you're on your way to work. You can just have this in the background as well. But yeah, 10 p.m. tomorrow, we'll be live again. We're going to talk about Chelsea.